Time now for your weekly Royals report. Prince Charles and Camilla joined the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge for a visit to a military rehabilitation center yesterday.
It was the first time the couples were seen together for a public appearance in 9 years. Wow. So let's bring in BBC Royal correspondent Sarah Campbell for more things on all things royal. So I guess this was a super rare occurrence to have these two couples together?
Yeah, in general, apart from sort of big events like Trooping the Colour or Remembrance Sunday, sort of engagements like this, the family tend to do them separately. So it's rare to see them out together and interacting with each other. So that would have been newsworthy in itself. But obviously, after the last few weeks where there have been issues, Harry and Meghan, of course, moving back to Canada, there's the ongoing issue with Prince Andrew. Yesterday, it was confirmed that Princess Anne's eldest son, Peter Phillips, was to divorce. So with that context, it was even more important, I think, to have this kind of show of unity, that as far as the line of succession is concerned, things haven't changed. So the pictures were the future king, Prince Charles, accompanied by Prince William, the king after that.
And so they met with military personnel who've been injured in combat. And I hear that Prince William played a bit of basketball. What else did they do?
Yeah, exactly. So they were looking around this new medical rehabilitation centre run by the Ministry of Defence. And as you say, at one point, Prince William borrowed a wheelchair to do a bit of wheelchair basketball. And there was much hilarity when he missed the shot several times. And it was only when his dad, Prince Charles, gave him a bit of a pep talk, pushed him a little bit closer to the basketball, and then he actually managed to get it through the hoop. So much laughter in the room, of course, with Camilla and Catherine looking on. Again, just nice pictures that we don't normally see.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So meanwhile, on the other side of the pond, Prince Harry and Meghan attended a JPMorgan event in Miami last week. According to the New York Post's page 6, the Sussexes were actually the keynote speakers at that event. Do we know what they talked about?
Yeah, well, of course, this is really interesting, isn't it? It shows how the situation has changed. So these reports emerged on Friday night about the event which had happened the day before. And in terms of sort of insight into exactly what went on, we're now in this tricky situation where they're in the process of stepping back from royal duties. So whereas in the past, you'd ring up Buckingham Palace and you say, you know, what was this all about? Whereas now, of course, we're told, no, that's part of their private schedule. So we're not given any details. As much as we were told was that, yes, both of them had attended this JPMorgan event and that Prince Harry had spoken, although interestingly they said it wasn't a keynote speech, but basically there's no other information, and crucially no information as to whether they were paid for their appearance.
Right.
Okay. Prince Andrew stepped back from his royal duties in November amid criticisms of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, but last week he made a surprise visit to China's ambassador to the UK. What was the nature of the meeting?
Yeah, again, this was a bit of a surprise. It was tweeted out by the Chinese ambassador. So it appears that they had invited Prince Andrew, Sarah, Duchess of York, his ex-wife, and their eldest daughter, Princess Beatrice, and her husband-to-be, along to celebrate Chinese New Year. And that's what had happened. The ambassador conveyed a message. He tweeted a message saying that the Queen had expressed sympathy to the Chinese people over the coronavirus and hoped that it would be speedily controlled. Again, we contacted Buckingham Palace to comment on this. And because, as you say again, we've got the same kind of situation, because he's officially stepped back from from royal duties, the response given was that this was a private meeting, and whatever was conveyed or not conveyed, they're not going to tell us.
Wow. Sarah Campbell, thank you so much.